welcome back to this Jack. Once again, Stream Deck being a whiny little baby, not working. But that's okay. That's fine. We'll be okay. We'll make it. And we're pushing towards the final fight. First, I'm gonna knock out like the last little side quest. I think I got like 2 of them. I'm not gonna bother trying to save like that one guy who's in a coffin. I think he's like the one person I haven't saved. And I'm not gonna go scouring for any missing weapons. I'm just gonna push towards this final stretch, which I believe
If
this.
Take one more step, there will be no turning back.
Yeah, I assume this is.
Path will lead
Yep.
me straight to the Quartier du Temps.
So I got to go back this way. Thankfully, she started talking. Otherwise, I wouldn't know where to go. That I was going. Hang on, let me. Yeah, it's that way. So we're gonna go this way to see about getting back to the garage. Incidentally, I could probably cheat and use that coin, but I want to see if there's like a shortcut I can use. Oh, there's my carriage right there, actually. Let me go ahead and get rid of this guy. I just got done playing a bit of DMC not too long ago, so my brain is trying to get me to do Devil May Cry controls. That's why he's knocking me around a little bit, which is fine. It's whatever. Me messing up. Anyway, well, and there's my carriage right there. So it's actually a quick trip, and all I gotta... Oh, this is a really quick trip. All I gotta do is open this. Awesome. I like that. That's awesome. Alright. So our side quest 1 is here. Search the Palace de Fawn and report back to the Lafayette. Okay, we're going to do the Palace de Fawn first, because I think I got to talk to Lafayette after anyway. So we'll do the Palace de Fawn, or however you fucking say that shit. It's a French word. I don't speak French. I barely speak Japanese. And I don't speak English. This is just me making noises that sound like English. And I'm pretty good at bluffing. Alright, let's make sure I didn't have any drop frames. I'm going to push one of my buttons just to see if it will suddenly work. No, not working. I pushed the salty button and it didn't work. I know it causes it from time to time. Like, it's not consistent either. Oh, let me do this so I know where to go. Alright, so I gotta go up and around. Alright. I probably won't need to rely on my ice too much. Ice, baby, nice. I don't know why I decided to do that. Don't look at me that way. Thankfully, those dogs don't hit particularly hard. No, they probably do if I wasn't so upgraded in my armor. Damn it. You know, I'm just gonna... I'm not getting paid for this shit. Dick. Fucking sniped me from across the map. No, my smart home device randomly decided to start talking to me. It was weird. There we go. Once again, not getting paid for this shit. Just gonna keep going. Y'all ain't paying me to fight you. I mean, technically they do pay me to fight them, because when I kill them, they drop material. Will you stop it? God damn. Like, no matter how much you try to seduce me, I'm not fighting you. Right, so I gotta search. Oh, there's one place to search.
Yellow cartridges. The conspirator's secret sign. There was most certainly a conspiracy. There's no doubt about that.
That doesn't look...
Those involved shared the same fate as the rest of them. I should keep looking around Place Dauphine.
Let me refresh this, because it looks like it's glitched up a little bit. Nope, alright, chest is still locked. Yep. Nope. Still saying 2 of 2. So I gotta find more clues. I thought I found like. Oh, just so many dead bodies. I'm assuming that chest has not got an actual person in it. It's got. Oh, there's another one over there. I didn't see that.
Not even the commanding officer was spared. Lafayette didn't hand over his army to the king. This must certainly be Colonel Armand. I should keep looking around Place Dauphine.
And now it's open. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's great. I don't even know what was in it. Like, it just... Alright. Okay, so good. They didn't make Lafayette a villain randomly. Because in history, he was not a villain. An unfinished letter. So that wasn't... And the chest isn't is already open. Oh, hang on, I can go up here. This may have been the way I got out last time, so may attribute to nothing. But it will give me the high ground. Let's see, is there anything in here? No, okay. It does give me the high ground to see if there's... Oh, I was looking at the wrong chest. That's why. I am the dirt. Oh, all that for a freaking letter.
By all appearances, it's not official. Most likely an underground hiding place that can be entered from the riverbank. I'll try to track down Capitaine Lefebvre. If he and his men withdrew to the Société des Amis des Noirs,
can I get back up there?
Towards the Châtelet. It would have been a desperate move for certain.
Oh, yeah, I can.
I doubt any of them survived the retreat.
Alright. I'll head to the secret headquarters first and then find Le Capitan. And I did remember I can sprint this time. Oh, there was a spot I can reset them. That's good. There we go. Everybody's been reset. Up there. Oh. Alright, let me go back to sprinting. Alright, so I have to go up and around this one. Stop running for a little bit so I can cool down. Start sprinting again. Alright, saying it's down there. I don't know how I'm supposed to get down there. Okay. Let me go ahead and get rid of this guy. Even though I have been like avoiding every fight up till this point. We'll go ahead and get rid of this guy. Alright. Yeah, if I go up over this... Yeah, I don't think I ever went down here. Or if I did... Oh, there was a... Okay. Alright, so this is new. A whole new area. A whole new world. A dazzling place I never knew. No one to tell us no, or where to go. Singing in a whole new world with you. No, I make no apologies for ever breaking into a Disney song. And frankly, I think I sing rather well. Let me fix my camera. There we go. Now I'm more centered. Also, you can't see the garbage on my desk, which I really need to clean my desk. Hola! I should probably top off my health. Ah, kicked him in the butt. Let's see where we're going. Whee! Boss fight? Just a difficult fight. Was I talking to you? No. Then fuck off. Alright. You figure at some point they'd realize that they don't stand a chance? Oh well. Whee!
This gate has a lock that requires some combination of 4 letters. I should follow Capitaine Lefebvre's footsteps. He and his men withdrew to the Société des Amis de Noir. They must have gone towards the Châtelet. I doubt they survived their retreat.
So what I'm hearing is I went all this way. Okay, I can take the shortcut back there. So after I go find Le Capitaine, I'll be able to just come back here. Got it. Alright, so I gotta go find the captain. Alright. That was annoying. So I went all that way for nothing. Well, not nothing. At least I made the loop so I can go back easily. That part is I tend to use that more often just to reset the enemies that I'm not actively fighting now than actually like to get material back. I have such a huge stockpile of like the bonus, oil that heals me over time that I don't need to worry about it too much.
The poor souls. They died just steps from their goal. York. What does that mean?
Alright, now I have the code. It wasn't even that far. I wish I had gone there first. Like, in hindsight, I should have. But, you know, hey, hindsight's 2020. Although, somebody actually made a great point that there was a theory, or like a joke theory, that the phrase hindsight is 2020 actually came from a time traveler. And it was their way of saying, like, don't go to 2020. And I'm like, you know, I get that. I get that. Oh no, I'm being shot at. Whatever shall I do? You missed, son! The quote-unquote difficult fight will have respawned. Alright, we're going here to see if there is anybody who survived.
Okay, good. The lock opened.
Now, there shouldn't really be anything over here. Maybe a person.
This must be studied carefully. This document bears the signature of the Marquis de Lafayette, so the rumors were true. The Garde Nationale wasn't formed spontaneously. All of this was carefully orchestrated. It is high time the Marquis de Lafayette explained himself.
Alright. I'll have to check what that wheel weapon is. Right. Alright, let's take a look at that, the formal one. The formal Bicon, which is actually a lot better stat-wise. And the formal Duplet. That's weird. Doesn't look too bad, and actually does mo better armor. And I got a carriage token out of the deal. So in theory, I could use the carriage token to go ahead and advance this. I think I actually will. Because at this point, I've got like one more trip after this, and I've got 3 of these. It's not the first time I've done that either. Back away, walk over to it, hold triangle, travel. Luxembourg. I gotta talk to him about both of them. They're both him. It's just kind of fun. Oh, triceps are hurting. Triceps? Triceps. This muscle right here, the bottom half of your bicep. All right, heading back to Marquis de Lafitte. So it looks like in this version he is the bad guy. That is not good. That is no good. And I gave him a lot of money, apparently.
Monsieur le Marquis.
I'm listening, Aegis.
First, let's do the royal children,
I spoke with Monsieur Marat.
because he might disappear if I accuse him first.
Ah, the scoundrels. Did you force them to confess? Do you know what they did with the children?
They admitted to organizing the ambush at Gros Caillou.
Cursed recreants. Cowardly corrupters of innocence. Where are they holding their prisoners? They must be rescued immediately.
They do not have Charlotte and the Dauphin.
Excuse me? They dare to claim that?
It is the truth. The ambush was a catastrophe. The king had gotten wind of your plans. Automats from Versailles slaughtered the kidnappers and seized the children. By now, the children will have been reunited with their father.
I have a feeling that the children are going to be the ones controlling the final boss.
Then it is from the clutches of that tyrant in his own palace that they must be saved. I fear that such an undertaking is doomed to failure, although there is no question of giving up.
Monsieur le Marquis, there is a most unfortunate rumor about you going round.
Oh, just one, is there?
You are accused of having delivered the troops who had gathered in the Place Dauphine over to the king.
Calumny. This is nothing less than vile slander.
Save your breath, General. The rumor is true. I can prove it. There's no point in trying to defend yourself. I know that you raised the National Guard for the sole purpose of taking command of it. There was nothing spontaneous about the uprising.
Do you have any evidence to support your accusations?
I do. I have the manifesto.
Bon sang.
Why resort to this manipulation?
You must understand what I have done. I did for the good of the kingdom.
That's
I
never a
wanted
good
to
enough
stop
reason.
This massacre while protecting the Queen and the Dauphin. In the name of the people, Aegis. But an actual uprising of the people would have inevitably led to disaster. Only professional soldiers could organize and lead the resistance.
Who were your accomplices?
My brothers in arms, the brave men of the Régiment de Saintonge, veterans of the American War.
Which would have been
Men who at the Battle of
judging from the
Yorktown
year, it'd
brought an
be
empire to its knees.
Revolutionary War.
Alas, we gravely underestimated.
Because they did help us a
the
little
enemy's
bit during
forces.
the War of
We
1812.
would face an infantry supported by a handful of machines, but an entire army of automats. It was unthinkable.
Some accuse you of harboring a lust for power. The circumstances were to your advantage.
These aspersions are all too familiar to me. But tell me, if I wanted the crown for myself, why did I not take it when I returned from America? When I had seasoned troops at my command and the people sang my praises with one voice? No, that makes no sense. Though I readily admit that I do believe I am worthy of fulfilling an important role for the Queen after her son is crowned. Lieutenant General of the Kingdom, for example. Or even, if circumstance requires, the Regent. Voila. Now you know everything. I haven't left anything out. However, this truth, if it were made public, would play right into my enemy's hands. So I ask you not to reveal anything I've just told you, and to give me the manifesto.
Ooh. 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 You know what? Screw it.
C'est entendu, General. Here.
Aegis, by doing this, You're not saving my honor. You're saving the future of the entire kingdom. Oh, and one more thing. Can you tell me where I can find my detractor? The one who told you the rumors about me?
I cannot tell you anything, General.
Oh, no matter. I will not let this serpent continue to vilify me. I shall get redress for these aspersions in the end.
Do as you wish, General de Lafayette. Goodbye, Monsieur le Marquis.
Alright, I feel like I did do a bad not, like, busting him.
Monsieur Marat,
Madame,
I'm surprised to find you here. Did you follow me?
didn't you know? The Duke's allies are always impeccably informed. Some even say that we have eyes and ears everywhere.
What do you want from me?
To tell you the truth, I can't wait to hear what you've discovered about the matter at hand. And I was afraid you might leave me in the lurch. You can never be too cautious these days. That's why I decided it would be better for me to come to you.
You were right. Lafayette was behind this purportedly popular uprising.
Aha! I've got him at last.
But he had no intention of handing his men over to the king. His goal was to raise an army and command the troops himself.
It doesn't matter. These troops would have allowed him to crush the Patriots and set himself up as a dictator. He lied to the people. He lied to the Assemblée Nationale. His time has come. All I need is for you to give me the proof of his treason.
I have no proof, monsieur. You will have to be satisfied with my word.
Your word? What good is your word to me? Do you think I can convince people by repeating baseless accusations? Believe me, I have tried, but without much success. No, it's useless. I must admit defeat. We will have either the King or Lafayette, one despot or another. In either case, my fate is sealed. I will soon join the Duke in exile, and I will abandon my beloved people to their doom. I have no other choice.
I want to look up Jean-Paul Marriott. Alright. So that should be all my side quests. Yeah, so it's just that one. Oh, wait, hang on. Having sent him is now waiting for the queen to give instructions. She is free to continue with that. Oh, so literally, I don't know what that one's waiting for. Like, I'm assuming it shows up during the final stretch. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so now we're going to go... see if there's anything in correspondence. There should be. Okay. I could easily just go back to some of the earlier areas and see what I can find. See what was unlocked. I don't feel like it. I want to get this over. This should be the final stretch. Or enters into the second half of the game. Because you know how many times I'm like, oh, I'm almost done with the game when playing Elden Ring. And then like a whole nother part of the map opens. I feel like that was like 90% of my playthrough. Elden Ring map is just so fucking massive. And I do hope that Elden Ring sets the standard for what we should expect from AAA games going forward. I don't know if you can count FromSoft as a AAA studio, but I do. Like, I don't know if it technically meets the prerequisite. Because frankly, they don't put out enough games, I feel, to be AAA. Because most AAA studios, like, let's say Ubisoft, EA, they're like, they own a bunch of individual studios and they're just constantly dumping shit, good or bad. But then again, Blizzard for a long time was considered a AAA, even though they really only focused on like a handful of games at a time. I do miss those days of that EA. Ever since they got taken over by Activision, I feel like they lost their soul. If they ever had one, which I personally believe they do. They were a company that, at least on the outside, seemed to care about quality of product and of the community they had made. but over time they seem to have shifted more into what's the best way to make money. Additionally, ooh, something to break. Let's break this. Blizzard. I meant Blizzard with all that. Bethesda took advantage of all of its fans' understanding of a buggy game. Like, for a long time, there's like, oh, game's got a few bugs, whatevs, and enjoyed it anyway. But they just like just let players have to deal with that stuff and use that as an excuse to get away with not like fixing the basic stuff. A good example would be Fallout 4 to 76. And the reason why I specifically called those two, because you'd be like, hey, you could also say 3 to 4 or whatever. 4's big problem was that a lot of people just didn't like the way the story was done. I disagree, but whatever. 4 to 76 is a big deal because, yes, oh, poop, that hurt. 4 is a 76 is a much more complicated game, it being a multiplayer, than 4. But the problem is, there are several big bugs that affected 76 that were also in 4, and the community had fixed. The community had made unofficial patches to fix, and then Bethesda took them to fix it, or took those unofficial patches to fix them after making sure they were safe. And I don't care if they gave credit or not. I don't know about that, but they oh, you can jump through those? Now I know. Oof. The pit. I should be able to make that. But yeah, there were several bugs that were like just basic bugs within the game of 4 that was also in 76, which that may mean nothing to you at first, but when you stop to think about it, that means that these are bugs that that effectively had been previously fixed, but instead of pre-applying those bug patches to their next big endeavor, they instead just let it go because it was probably like a cost-cutting measure. I don't know how much money they would have saved doing that, but that's what it seems like. Or they just didn't care. And in both cases, like, shame on them. So ultimately it comes down to, it feels like Bethesda sold out their fans to cut as much costs they could. God damn it. Cut out as much cost as they could while making the game, and then shrugging it off. Like, oops, well, and that's not even talking about like the people who did the pre-orders and the special editions, and they get like just the false advertisement that came with it, like the criminal behavior that came with it. They were promised canvas bags. That's like the big one to me. They were promised canvas bags. And then they were given like a polyester nylon ones instead. Like, you could arguably go, okay, whatever, they still got the bags, but... And then I think the helmets actually were made of toxic material, so anybody who actually tried to wear it or anything like that, you know, no bueno. It would make you sick. Yeah, so they really dropped the ball on that, and that's where I think Bethesda lost its soul. BioWare really didn't have much of a choice when they got picked up by EA. They lost part of their soul and didn't have a choice in the matter. But they tried to maintain it as much as possible. But eventually EA always wins, and they steal that soul, and the games just slowly get worse. And that's what we got with Mass Effect Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda being like the big one. There's probably like others in there that I'm just not thinking of. Because like Inquisition sometimes gets tossed in that bonfire, but I actually enjoyed Inquisition. I never finished it because I kept restarting because I wanted to play a different character, but that's on me. One of the reasons I have a problem with MMOs as a whole, actually. I wonder how many walls I could have gone through if I had just known I could do that dive through it. And it probably even told me I could do that, but I didn't read it because I didn't read it. Not what I wanted. Also not what I wanted. This is one of my good heals. Oh. Dead end. Alright, so I went up here, I wasted a good heal. Echo Walker, what's going on? Echo, shut up! My Echo device is being stupid. It's having trouble. You know, like, I'm gonna just unplug him and leave him. You got dinner? What's dinner? What is dinner? Is it a cheeseburger? Because cheeseburgers sound delicious right about now. Yeah, so for me to use the musket, its sole purpose needs to be applying electricity, because I think I can freeze people faster with my dual baton, my batons. But yeah, the good news is we are getting the remake of Dead Space. Like, that is a big deal to me. But there's another game that's coming out. I forget what it is, but it's supposed to be spiritual Callisto, I think it is. Like, obviously it's not the same, but it's got clearly a lot of elements to it. Like, you see your character doing like the telekinetically throw things. You have like really grotesque monsters. Castillo Protocol, I think it is. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll play that on stream. Like, I want to play it on stream, but
Turning back. From now on, I will have to do without a carriage. The Bastille is to the south of the Temple.
Because I'm at the point where I don't want to be doing Let's Plays on here. Well, I do want to be doing them, but I'm fully aware that no one watches them. Like, unless I'm already a big name person, I ain't gonna get any more attention, which I don't mean to make it sound like it's a pity party thing. I just recognize the limitations of the craft. But at the same time, I figured the community would be interested in see me playing the Castillo Protocol, because it is a horror game, part 1. But part 2, it's a game that they personally might not want to play. They personally might not want to play. Oh shoot! They're both ice. I get knocked on my ass when I fire that. That's awesome. Now they're both electrified. Oh, I thought I'd switched. I had not. I need to do a full heal. I dodged. Yeah. All right. So the yeah, the rifle is pretty good. It's bounces you back, which I did not notice before, but it does. I think mostly because when I was firing it previously, I would. All right, so I have to go up and over. Okay. But yeah, the Castilla Protocol would be another would be a good choice, and of course Dead Space remake. I'll be playing. Whether or not I'll do these games on stream, that's up in the air. I'm gonna try and start doing a lot more of my art streams and get a lot more animation projects on here. That's gonna be, I think, what I'm gonna lean towards doing on this channel. And the streams will be largely just me working on those projects. I think I want to know. I think I know how I want to start doing the my coffee over gaming streams, because I've been wanting to do it. I'm thinking I will do like a once a month, like full on podcast one with co-hosts. Like we'll say once a month on a Friday. So so like I normally stream on a Friday, but then this one time it's got me with my co-host or co-hosts. Another could be, but I think if I'm going to be streaming, like we'll say it's every Friday, what I'll do is on the regular ones. On the regular ones, it will be more of a relaxed, relaxed, let's talk about what's in the news, geek news kind of thing. If I had it best described, similar to another content creator, although I'm not a fan of his, Hasanabi would probably be a good example. And like how he's just like casually just talking about whatever's in the news that he wants to talk about. I think that would be a good way of doing like my streaming by myself once a Friday kind of episodes. And then I've got my co-hosts once a month where it's just us casually chilling and talking about the news for that month or any like in-depth thing we want to talk about. Alright, got the big one down. Let's go ahead and electrify you. Oh, he is electrified, okay. Because he's ice, so I won't be able to freeze him, but I can do the extra damage of... I still hate those guys. They are the worst. They are so bad, they are bratwurst. And no, I'm not sorry for that one. Can't open that. I can go up the carriage and jump over, though. I thought this was about to be a boss fight. Brown rice, lamb chops, and broccoli. That does sound delicious. I can't say I've had too much lamb chops in my life, though. I'll admit that. Because I can definitely imagine, like, me and some of the co-hosts I have planned sitting here talking about, like, the status of, like, how Bethesda or Blizzard is messed up, or what games we're looking forward to and stuff like that, and it being a very good and engaging conversation. How the people I'm thinking about in mind, we tend to have those conversations on our own. We just don't record them, which is a shame because that's a lot of lost content that we could have shared with people. All right, so I got to jump down, but I do have a grapple hook way back up. Oh, good. It's ankle deep water that doesn't kill me. I'm glad. Great. Awesome. If you didn't see in one of the streams, I fell in like ankle to knee deep water, and it insta killed me, and I was really salty about it because I was winning the fight, and then one of the baddies just knocked me in the water, and it insta killed me. And honestly, the only reason I went ahead and streamed a second time today is because I'm like, this is the final stretch of the game. There. He's dead. Now I just gotta let this heal me up a little bit before I re-engage. Let's go ahead and get my... There we go. Knocked him out. Everybody was kung fu fighting, and they were fast as lightning. I feel like I need to be singing another Disney song. Someone made a really good point. One of the Disney songs in Lion King is "I Can't Wait to Be King," which you could roughly translate it into "I can't wait until my dad dies." Which is really messed up when you think of it that way. Thankfully, he wasn't singing it around his dad. He was singing around Zazu. Or he was singing it to mess with Zazu. This is actually one of the tougher one of these guys I've ever fought. Also, it's a variant I don't think I've ever seen before. That's true. That may not have been his intent, but that's what it meant. We can split hairs on intent versus meaning. We'll see. See how I feel. If the game pisses me off too much, no, I don't want to talk to anybody. About the only way I see this game pissing me off is if it ends on like a really dumb note. Like it's just like, okay, that's how you're ending this great game. I will say, me and some of the guys have been getting into playing We Need to Go Deeper, and been having a lot of fun with that, actually. We were playing that a lot yesterday. And I know you got the game because some asshole bought it for you. So I came all the way over here for just the essence of a revolutionary spirit. Alright, can I go back to where I was? Yes, I can. I know I can, in theory, jump down. Oh, there is also a grappling point I could do, so... Alright. Oh, okay, I see more things right here. And they're all on... Everything is on fire, which is always good. There, he's gone. I know I also got Gothic, who's going to want to hit me up at some point, because she's trying to get her first video actually done. She keeps like starting a project and stopping it because she just doesn't like how it's coming out. But I think she found one she really wants to do. That's pretty easy. But that doesn't mean you can't be in that call too, so. But no, I'm proud of her. If she gets her first video out, it'll be awesome. Because I think she just keeps getting hung up on, and I've said this to her face, she gets hung up on the idea of perfection versus just getting it out. Because a video, to the creator, a video will never be perfect. You'll always find something that you want to change. And then the end result being you never release anything. Or you delay releasing things for a long time. This is a... Yeah, like, they're using... He's not using the normal ball and chain. He's using massive pots to try and hit me. Once again, I still think ice is incredibly broken in this game. That's a hell of a range. And he's still spinning. God damn. There, he's dead. And I was able to loot him. All good things. Go. I thought I was gonna be able to get him before he jumped back like that. Got him just as he did it. Let's see what he's got to say.
My dear friends, I don't deserve to outlive them.
What are you blaming yourself for, monsieur?
No. Get back! Assassin!
I'm not your enemy. My only aim is to defeat the royal army.
Why should I believe you? It's true that you can speak. Maybe you're truly not one of them.
They still haven't established why my character is so different.
The Place Royale.
That's where we
Seem to be having issues. I disconnected just then and reconnected.
had gathered. A band of brave souls armed with what paltry weapons we could find. A few old sabers, some rusty muskets. That's all we needed to stop the enemy's advance. Alas, the tyrant riposted from the heights of the Bastille. His cannons tore us to shreds. I could only flee while my comrades fell as heroes for our nation. What's the point of surviving if you must bend the knee to a bloodthirsty despot?
Yeah, so it looks like the final boss fight will be the king on the board, so to speak. Because all of them, like, we haven't seen the queen yet. As in, so each of the bosses we've dealt with have all had chess monikers. And there's a boss right up here. And we've done Knight, Bishop, Rook, but we haven't seen Queen yet. And I think we're about to encounter King.
The Bastille's cannons destroyed the square. What a ghastly massacre. It seems that the artillerymen used Monsieur Leclos' devastating cannonballs.
Yeah, the boss is in there, and I want to go fight him, but it's gonna make me walk around and fight these guys. This is getting annoying rapidly. There, he's frozen. I'm healing. He's dead. Go ahead and freeze up. I'm gonna check real fast to make sure I'm actually still streaming. Oh, I can see my monitor just fine, so I want to make sure that there's no chat messages I'm missing, because if it disconnected and reconnected, there's a possibility that chat's not syncing up anymore. It doesn't. I seem fine, so. All right, that was more annoying than it should have been. At least this one doesn't have a shield, because that's the only thing that really slows me down. Yeah, I noticed OBS briefly said reconnecting, so just wanted to make sure. All right. Okay, I see where I gotta go. Jump on this. Yay! I made it over. All right, approaching boss fight right behind this guy. Another street. Well, my concern is also that Gothic might not want company. Mind you, it'll probably be really late she wants to talk to me, so... Alright, okay, this is not the boss, this is just an annoying fight. Oh, this is the first time I've seen that. The weapon he's smacking around with is a giant ballista. Kinda cool, honestly. If you want to do the podcast, just pick a day, we'll do it. Also, I'm going to do a podcast soon. It just needs to, you need to get a mic for the room. Maybe I might be able to just use my laptop. No, get a mic for the room. If you can, try and get the Wave 3. It's got a lot of good noise cancellation and all that good stuff. It's probably the best USB microphone. Like, if you could get a Shure microphone, do it, but like the whole setup for that is a couple $1,000. Because you need not only the microphone, but you need the switchboard for it. But with the Wave 3, You have an insane amount of control. You have an insane amount of control, as well as just a good microphone in general. So that's what I use. I'd like to believe it does me pretty good. I actually, as a streamer, I don't see the reason to bother getting like a Shure and stuff. Like I really don't. Like yeah, they can sound better, but like, I don't know. It just feels like it's a waste of money to spend hundreds of dollars on that kind of soundboard setup. And the biggest reason is because when you're streaming it, it's going to get compressed anyway. So the end result isn't going to be as good as you think it's going to be. The only reason you would want a soundboard specifically is because with a soundboard, you're able to control the volume of your co-hosts and yourself. Well, with the Elgato Wave 3, you get software that lets you do it anyway. So why spend the couple $100 when you could spend about like $200 and get a Wave 3? But that's just my thoughts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like somebody can actually give me solid, grounded reasons why I'm wrong, and I will fully accept that. I don't care, but I don't think I am. All right, how do I get out of here? I was assuming if I fought the boss fight, it would give me a way out, but you look. Yeah, and PS5 controllers are not cheap. Well, not only they're not cheap. There's just so limited stock of them these days. I wouldn't mind getting a spare one for exactly that reason, in case something like that happens. But I don't want to. Like, I don't want to spend the money. I need to absolutely positively save up money so I can get the goddamn condo I want. Alright, let's see what this is going to tell me. I haven't used this yet. Go to the Bastille. Alright. Okay, I need to go that way. How do I get there? I can't jump up that. There was an asshole shooting at me from here, so maybe I don't see anywhere I can grapple up. I don't like standing around this fire too much, because I get in the fire, it's going to hurt. I don't want to be hurt. Pain is bad. And I can't walk up these logs, or trees, whatever you want to call them. Oh, how did I not see that? I have one in mind. It's a 10 bedroom. Yeah, it's a 10 bedroom. No, it's a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath. I thought it was a 2 bath, but whatever. Not a big deal. And its location is phenomenal. Right now, my current roommate, it's not a deal breaker. It's just gonna change how the plans are. Is he's considering, it's going to come down whether or not he wants to be my roommate for it. Which is going to suck if he doesn't. Not because it's going to screw me over, but more it just kind of feels like I'm screwing him over, because that means he's going to end up... Now he's going to... He's not going to get to save the money that me moving in way back when was supposed to. I do hope he does come with. Since I'm slouching my camera now. There we go. There we go. That's much better. All right, more health, since I can. If I'm gonna slouch, I'm gonna do the whole slouching thing. But yeah, no, I got a place in mind. It looks good. It's in a good location. It's close to the train line. It's like a 20-minute walk to the train line, which isn't too long. It's longer than where I'm currently at. It's like a 5-minute walk from where I'm currently at. Being picky. And then it's also like about 20-minute walk to a grocery store, movie theater, a bunch of other stuff. So it's in a really good spot, and it's right across the street from a hiking trail. Or I wouldn't call it a hiking trail, but if I had a roommate who wanted to work at, say, Nike, it's right next to it. So it's a good spot in my opinion. And as much as I'd love to live there by myself, I can do it. I honestly could do it. But if I wanted to have any form of comfort, I would need to be much more successful in my content creation. So I got time to find that out. So if like during the next 6 months, which is my time frame, I start really picking up with my channel, start making a real income with my channel, then I can possibly consider being it by myself. Well, no, like I have a couple other people who would love to be my don't do it without a roommate. Okay, so have a roommate is what you're saying. Because I got a couple people who would love to be my roommate. Two of my friends that are from out of state are wanting to move in state. And right now we're looking at them being my being temp roommates, so I can be a staging ground for them to eventually live here, live in the state. On the other hand, there's also one of my friends who does live in state. They're wanting to move into the city, and I'm right outside the city in the suburbs. Because if I lived by myself, I could easily do the extra bedroom as either just a guest bedroom, so when people come to visit, like you, for instance, or as an office for like where I do all my content creation, so that my computer's not in my bedroom, so I'm able to focus on either sleeping or creating content. That is about the only reason I'd want to not have a roommate. The downside is I'm rather antisocial, so not having a roommate would probably mess with me mentally after a while, just feeling lonely and stuff, which I already do. Like a really good dream would be if I had a girlfriend who would be my roommate. But there's no candidates for that right now. Yeah, there's no candidates for that right now, so I'm currently... That option's not happening. Alright.
That's enough, Monsieur Lecointe. My assistants and I are exhausted. We're not grave diggers à la fin.
Oh, I understand. The task you have been given does not please you. Perhaps you do not find it worthy of your high qualifications.
Indeed. My family has been dedicated to serving the kingdom.
So it looks like now that every one of the automats is controlled by a dead person, effectively. That's creepy.
Refuse to fall that low.
Very well. As you wish. Since this is the case, you will have a more prestigious assignment starting today. Was there anything else?
What about my assistants? Will they come with me?
Unfortunately not, mon ami. But I promise you that they will never complain about their fate again.
So he's now he's the boss automat that I'll be dealing with, and His assistants got turned into the dumb automats. Great. See if I can get up behind him and execute him. I doubt it. Yep. I'd like to be able to get up, please. I don't think I did a lot of aerial combat throughout this whole game, and I'm accidentally doing it now. And there's a big ballista guy up there. He's gonna take pot shots at me, and it's gonna be annoying. Don't think I can grapple up over there. I feel like there's no point in me making this circle, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Especially because this is like the end game, so even if I find something I like, there's no real reason for me to upgrade it, because I think my gear and my stats are about as good as I'm gonna get them before the final boss. Trying to get him electrified so my base attacks do more damage. Because I'm probably not going to be able to freeze this guy. Here we go. Yeah, I don't think there was a reason to do all that. It feels like it was just, yeah, no reason. So, dead end over here, and it was just to get a little bit of extra essence. So, whatever. It's fun. It's fun. Well, it's not fine, but it's fun. Can I grapple up there? I can, actually. Probably just need to get to the end of that walkway, though. What's in the chest? That's what the ballista damage looks like. There, I've healed up a bit. And he just shot me through the fucking tree. How much rope do I freaking have in my leg? I'm gonna assume over here. Yep. Finally, actually in the castle. For all that.
Alain! Par pitié! Au nom du ciel!
I'm listening, monsieur.
They abandoned me. The jailers. It's been days. Maybe weeks since I've seen another living soul.
Yeah, that can really mess with a person.
I'm hungry, madame. I'm ravenous.
I have nothing to give you, monsieur.
Eh bien, if that's true, then may death take me.
Alright, let's see if I find him some food. Sturdy iron key. Let's first see if I can find some food for him over here. I still don't trust cells like this ever since Dark Souls 3. You go in that one and there's that really loud yell that just scares the hell out of you. Alright, this looks like food. No, that was frost resistance. Said before, this game after a bit just became too easy. Like, I did comment, like, when on the game launch, I did say this game feels like an easy From Software game. And it seems like I was more right than I wanted to be. Locked, okay. The teamwork only lasted them so long. I'm just a more superior machine. Alright. Trucking along. Really like to make a build that's all about how much damage can I do in a single hit. Oh yeah, I pulled a weapon earlier called something wheel. I was gonna take a look at it, but I completely forgot. I'm not gonna use it because it's already too late. So this is one of the the clock one, except for it does ice. Cool. So it's a really heavy, slow attack. Let's see, what is its speed? Weight, and the Daedules wheel, same thing, heavy impact, slow, but I have a thing I can throw. So yeah. The fact that it's giving me these weapons so late, if there's not a new game plus, I'm gonna be thoroughly annoyed. Because what's the point? You're giving me gear this late into the game. Like, they already said there's no way back from here.
Monsieur le Comte! Monsieur le Comte, are you there? The prisoners, they're suffering. What is the meaning of this?
As promised, I have interceded on your behalf. The king has named you gouverneur de la Bastille. Do you realize what an honor this is?
Put an end to this sinister farce, Monsieur le Comte.
Unless this is not the final area, then you go back to the Queen, which is the actual final area. It's the only thing I can imagine.
Listen to my voice, mon ami. Nothing but my voice.
Hypnotism? Interesting. I think it's the first time we've actually seen hypnotism itself in here, not just people being captured and thrown in containers. And of course, you do need to find all those items, because I don't care about the cutscenes themselves, but more of because it frees we're able to free whoever's in the container. If you don't get it, it won't let you open it. 2 snake ones I can handle. Because their attack patterns are very straightforward, and I kind of know them. Because they haven't changed much throughout the game. I'm behind you. It's been the most difficult fight I've had in a bit now. Like, well, not difficult. I had it handled the whole time. It was just more like tedious. Ow. Alright. The correct way is over there, I'm gonna say. Yeah, it is. So we're gonna go the other way. Not too bad overall. Like, today is actually one of those days where I felt, I'm gonna describe it as I felt the weight of, like, everything I've done and everything. Oh, good. I can't get back up. I died because of gravity in this game. I haven't died to almost anything else, and this is the first thing that has killed me in a long time. Was freaking gravity. Alright. But no. Like, my week's been pretty good. My head's been a lot clearer. I've been able to, like, wake up and do things as of late. Where did I go from here? Let's go out the window. Oh, it's the other way. I went the wrong way. So that's good, because, like, earlier in the week, my head was all foggy and I couldn't think straight, almost at all. Oh, out the window. Or is this where I came from? Hang on. Okay, yeah, this is the wrong way. Gotta go this way. Let's go ahead and reset everybody. And I've made a lot of progress with my Coffee Over Gaming. I'm at 172 subscribers, so very aware of that. What are you? I don't think I've been down here before. I don't need to fight you. I got nothing to prove. I just want my corpse back. It should be this way. Out that window? No. Alright, I just circled back to cells, so it was this way. How about you? How has your week been? I saw you had a Left 4 Dead stream. Sorry, I'm just focusing on where I'm running to. don't see where my spirits I dropped. Oh, it must have been on him. Because I just got a shit ton back, so. It's been fine, no real work. I had to deal with the birthday gathering, galloping post. Well, sounds like you were at least productive. That's something. Yeah, we have to be going to one more place after this. Probably back to the Queen. Because if we're still getting, like, catalysts and stuff like that this late in the game, either there's a new game plus feature, where everything gets more difficult, or, the king turned the queen into an automat and we have to go save her. Let me see if I missed anything on the floor up. Yeah, I know that feeling. I was streaming earlier today and had... Can I break down this door? Not what I meant to do. And I was streaming to effectively just one person, so trust me, I get that. He at least doesn't have a shield, so I can burn through him. And for a Let's Play channel, that's pretty good. But we'll both get there. With our stuff.
Sentences delivered by court order are nothing more than cowardly murders. Barbaric crimes committed legally in the name of the entire nation. These cruel laws are the doing of the tyrants who rule us. They are the chains they have always used to oppress the human race. And that, mes amis, is why the death penalty must be abolished.
Well said.
Not entirely wrong. Not a big fan of the death penalty, personally. Like, I feel it doesn't accomplish anything. You go to execute a person, they sit behind bars for like years. Yeah, it just says I disconnected and reconnected again. I don't like that. But yeah, you end up sitting behind bars for years. Before you ever are executed. And then, yep, here's the boss fight. And there's that chance that the person you're executing is actually innocent. And that's just one part of it. There's more to it than that. He does ice. Because of course he does. It's a fucking walking guillotine. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. was standing in a frozen spot. Okay, so freezing him and electrifying him are out of the question. Fire's possible. Yeah, it's actually more possible. Especially if I actually use this. Oh, I'm out of those grenades? Alright. I'll have to put him on fire again here in a second. I don't know if this is gonna kill me, but it's gonna hurt. Oh, he takes off a chunk of your health when he does that. I don't like that. Okay, I'm getting my health back. Actively getting it back. I'm gonna let him get this out of his system. While I set him on fire again. Alright, that was a difficult fight. That actually pushed me a bit. Mind you, I was using like a lot of the grenades and shit. Definitely an interesting design.
Your Grace. No, Your Grace. I am your most faithful servant.
Monsieur, listen to me.
But I can no longer do what you ask of me.
Listen to me, Bossan.
Kill, and kill again.
What do you mean? Of what crimes do you accuse yourself?
The heads must roll. They must roll straight into the pit.
Cela suffit. Who are you, monsieur?
Who am I? Oh, I am Charles-Henri Sanson, executor of court rulings.
The executioner of Paris.
The executioner? Oh no, not anymore. That death factory. We had to lead the horde of the tortured victims there and hand them over to killers who are far more efficient and skilled than us. When I tried to give up my position, the king and the count offered me a new role. Greffier at the Bastille. An easy job. And I fell into their trap. Oh. But now that I think about it, they must be the ones who sent you. They want my head.
You're rambling. I am Aegis, their worst
Her
enemy.
shoulder's messing up and she
Come to
notices.
rescue Monsieur de Vaucanson.
Oh.
She's twitching. I don't know if it's a glitch or not.
Honored guest. The man for whom our good king reserves his most ruthless treatment. No one deserves to be punished like that. Here, take this key. Monsieur de Vaucanson's cell is downstairs. And do not delay. He is dying, madame. He's dying.
Yay, an endurance module, which I'm pretty sure all that's going to do is get me more health, I would guess. Now, let me check, actually. I'm guessing that means I got a lot more endurance now, so I can run and dodge a lot more. Right? If it had been a snake, it would have bit me. Anybody down here I'm gonna have to fight? Well, possibly, because there is this. Which means I do get to level again, and... that would be a good one, especially because I do use charged attacks quite a bit. Let's do that. What did I take off, though? I didn't realize that.
Monsieur.
Oh, that was... That's a nice...
My character is showing emotion for the first time. That's interesting.
Oh mon Dieu. They did it. They did it. They've turned my sweet daughter into a cold machine.
Oh dear.
Stay calm.
Well, Ludia, what has Cagliostro told you? Has he sent you to put me out of my misery?
No, I'm going to get you out of here. Let me help you.
There's no point. I'm burning with fever, and I'm already short of breath. Death lurks around every corner in this prison. I couldn't escape it. I'm not long for this world.
No, you can't. Outside, your automats are slaughtering men, women, and children. What you have done, monsieur, only you can undo.
What I have done, the miracles I performed, the wonders I gave to this kingdom, it was nothing but vanity. I closed my eyes to it for so long. Mesmer, Cagliostro, souls snatched from their eternal rest like water from a well. I should have set fire to the workshop. I should have melted my creations.
It's not too late to stop the massacre.
I don't have the strength. You must...
Speak, monsieur. Say something, enfant.
You must stop them. The king and his loathsome henchman, Cagliostro, the master of the machines. He gives them their orders. He must be silenced at all costs. Take my hand.
Monsieur. Monsieur. Father.
No, no, my pauvre enfant. I am not your father. No more than you are Athenais. You're but the vessel that contains what is left of her broken soul. Ludia, I don't want to die without hope. In the name of what is left of her in you, in the name of her love for you, I beg you to free her from the purgatory our enemies have confined her to.
I will grant your wish, monsieur.
Do you realize what that means? Are you ready to make that sacrifice?
The ultimate sacrifice.
Ma fille. I shall never see her darling face again.
Who would have thought this game would have had something to make you cry? Or want to cry, at least.
You must set her free. Bring her back into the light. The light.
Monsieur. Monsieur. Monsieur.
So we get to see our character's origins, it looks like.
No! Papa! Have you lost your mind?
Bon sang, my daughter, will you never listen? This machine belongs to the king now, vous le savez. There's nothing I can do about it.
Did he also order you to torture her?
The king wants me to make some improvements.
And you obey him just like that?
That's enough, Athenais. Let me work.
So that's what she looked like when she was
Now,
alive.
I forbid you from coming in here without my permission.
Ah! You're no better than your master, Papa!
Alright, so that's what our character looked and acted like before we were turned into a machine. That's rather depressing. And it's entirely possible that was our last conversation while our character was still alive.
I can use this boat to reach the Seine. As soon as I am on dry land, I shall return to the Cordelier convent. I'm sure they are waiting for me with bated breath.
So at this point, like, this is just the final stretch. That's all it really is. Like, I'm tying up loose ends and I'm about to go fight. And we also didn't learn anything special. Hey, gotta go defeat Cagliostro and the king. We already knew that. This whole time I was like, I must go save this guy, who happened to be our character's father. Oh, I'm betting we're gonna open that door and they're all dead. Oh no, they're alive. Wait a minute.
Citoyen, I come bearing sad tidings. Monsieur de Vaucanson has passed away. I was present for his last breath in his cell at the Bastille.
Juste ciel. Requiescat in pace.
Eugène. Ce pauvre Eugène. I cannot suffer such a horrible
Oh good, they're switching back to
injustice.
English.
Was he at least able to tell you something before he passed away?
No, nothing.
How unfortunate. We are lost.
Must we resign ourselves to this disastrous turn of events?
No, General. Every part of me refuses to do so. Eugène de Vaucanson made me make a promise that I swore to keep. Now I have no other choice than to risk everything.
What are you thinking, Aegis?
I'm thinking of making my way to Versailles.
Eh bien, you should know that I also plan to go there.
You don't even think about it.
Ma foi. What have we got to lose? Our lives? At this point, you must admit that they're not worth much.
I agree with the Marquis's resolution. We must take into account everything that Aegis has done to foil the King's plans. The time has come for us to put ourselves at her service.
Not so fast, mon ami. Let's not rush into anything. You'd have to be mad to want to be part of the battle to come. Those who agree to take part in this strike will need to keep a low profile until Aegis has cleared the way. As for you, madame, I do not know what new arrangements have been made since my last visit to the Queen, but I found the area around the North Wing to be particularly empty. Here is where you should launch the attack.
Yeah, so we're
If
returning to
fortune
where the
in my
Queen is.
favor, I shall be waiting for you at the Petit Trianon with something to help you make your way through the gardens.
As for us,
Once the Automates have been defeated, we will enter the palace to seize the king and the count.
Is that your plan, Monsieur le Marquis?
It is, monsieur.
We are about to take the small step that separates audacity from madness.
Are you ready to take it, madame?
Citoyen, I cannot escape my obligations. It is in my very nature to honor them. I kept the promise I made to the Queen to find Monsieur de Vaucanson. I am now bound by the oath I swore before my creator. If I go to Versailles, it is in the hope of rescuing Athenais.
No one's going to comment on her suddenly showing a lot of emotion.
Remains to be done in Paris. And what's more, you demand my help to make you masters of the king.
It is a heavy burden that we place on your shoulders. But once again, we must leave it up to you.
Take your time, Aegis. A hasty decision could lead to disaster.
We will be ready for action when the time comes.
Pour la nation et pour le royaume.
Alright, let me see what it's going to say if I pull up the compass. Alright, so I just got to take the, And then once I get through that, hopefully it'll be the final fight and I'll be done. And then next week I'll be starting to... It's where I need to go for the final one, so let's go save the queen. Let's take that side trip. I don't want to leave any stone unturned, especially if it gives me a chance to fight a really cool giant mech. And I did come here before and open up a lot of passageways. So... here's where I... here's where I came from originally, so now I'm just running back to the queen. Oh, these weren't here before. At least I don't remember them being. Oh, that was worth it. That heavily powered up my charge attack. Totally freaking worth it. I can't open this. So I gotta find a way around, which I ran around a lot before and couldn't find it. But let's go see if I can find it over this way. So I think this is where I kind of originally slid down. Yeah, right here is a... and I slid down from up there. Okay. The fact that there's new units here gives me the feeling that there is something new this way. Free fucking hit. The only thing I could think of is like they were guarding the well. Do I go down the well? And I can run around the outside again, see if I miss some. Yeah, that looks like it's a seat for me to sit in, but no, it's not even a real well. You can look down, there's nothing in it. Alright. The fact that they put new people there. Oh, that might be because of the return trip, not the main trip. Okay. In which case I stopped caring. Like, I'm not going to bother fighting these people. I'm just going to run through them. I fought through these guys already once, and I don't want to do it again. This... No, I've been here. Yeah, I've been here. Why is it telling me to go this way, actually? Hang on. Because I 100% forgot I have a compass. Okay, so one of the one I got rid of. Oh, okay, so it's across that. Okay. The mod I took off was helping with my cooling, so I might have to put that back on. Or just not let myself have to use cooling too often. I don't need to do that, because that just takes me over this way. It's still telling me I need to go under, and I don't want to. Alright, fine, I'll go down. Whee! I don't know if anybody's gonna jump down here after me, but I do remember there being people here. Oh, he bounced me. Let me go ahead and get that. Hey Nico, how's it going? Get back to the compass. Although probably pretty pointless, because it's going to tell me just go down through here, because I came here earlier and explored. Okay, now it's telling me to go this way. So why did it tell me to go underground? Okay. Oh, you go Volt. Alright. What's been going on in your world? Not too bad. Just doing my content creation thing. Been doing rather well on my other channel. So yay. Yeah, it's just telling me I should have went through there. Okay. I'm gonna jump down here. Come back out so it repositions me. Still telling me to go here. All right. Oh, probably if I actually iced up things. But I haven't seen you in a while. Everything been going okay for you? Alright, well let's jump down there. Maybe it's going to tell me I need to go somewhere down here. And heal up while I'm at it. Yeah, now it's just telling me to go right back up there. So I don't even think the game knows where I'm supposed to be going. Alright. So if I remember correctly, the only reason to come over here was to get that key from here, and I already did that. So yeah, I think the game's just being stupid. Like, because I went through all this already, it doesn't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna go back across the river. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, next week I'm going to be going back to doing my art streams. Because I have a lot of, like, just animation stuff I really want to do. And, yeah, that sums it up right there. That's probably just into nothingness. I need to start doing more walks, though. Because I need to lose weight. Alright, we're gonna go all the way this way. Maybe I'll be able to go straight up to where the queen is from here. I'm gonna check that gate over there. Okay, it's just a dead end, probably. Charge my stamina. Go back to sprinting. Did I not go all the way up here? I see a couple routes I can take. Oh, yeah, and there's a wall I can smash over there. So, yeah, I didn't come up this way. Alright. Oh, no, it's not another wall I can smash. Yeah, I've been, like, honestly, I've been meaning to. It's the reason why you saw, like, this, you see this long-ass gap where I wasn't streaming, is because I'm, like, I intellectually knew I wanted to do, damn it, I wanted to do art streams, but I'm not going to say I didn't have the motivation for it, because that's not true. It's just that I felt paralyzed into wanting to do it, so I kept putting it off. And because I kept putting it off, I never did it. And this game came out, which is a game I'd been kind of waiting for. So, and now that I'm almost done with it, I figure I would start doing my art streams next week. Because I want to get my animations going. Before I start doing like the animations, I'm going to do some practice pictures that have nothing to do with the animations, but it's more of just like me making my own versions of like Joseph Joestar, and then my own versions of Joseph Joestar, trying to mimic that style until I find a style that I feel I can do comfortably, or at least semi-comfortably. I go this way. Okay, this one I can't. Okay, good. Which I had been here before. I had been here before. I open this. No, it's blocked, so I have to go from the other side. This is a good game. This is the best way to describe it, it is a Souls-like game, but it's an easy Souls-like game.
You called, madame?
Aegis, thank heavens you're here. We're under siege.
In the courtyard, one of the king's creatures.
It seems determined to destroy the shadow walls. It's as if it came here for us.
Here is the key to the gate. It will lead you to the courtyard.
Hurry. Our lives are in your hands.
Alright, now I should be able to use the compass. Good. I doubt it's through here. Yeah, it's not, so it's back the other way. But yeah, this feels like a much easier Souls-like game. And you have a lot of mechanics that allow you to heal. You have a lot of status effects. The status effects aren't too difficult to do. And just the themes behind the game is pretty fun. I'm going to take off the long infusion one, because that one was good. There. Now I'm a freaking tank. Oh, and this is back where I've been trying to get to, actually. This is like the original places you were in the game that I'd been wanting to get to, because I remember there being some loot that I wanted, but you can't get to it until you get some of the upgrades. And I love that I'm just destroying these guys now. The first animation project I'm going to be doing is going to be extremely simple. It's actually mostly scenery to cheat I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, in disguising the simplicity and all that good stuff. Okay, that's where I got to grapple. I'm trying to. I'll be using a lot of tricks to hide the details, or the fact that I'm not really changing all that for that. What I've been wanting to come back here for was that. It's basically like, that was basically just currency. Okay, cool. I'm annoyed. Anyway, not that big of a deal. And that's the way I would have came from originally, so we're going to go back this way. But yeah, no, sorry. My first animation is going to be about SCP stuff. That's what I've kind of decided. The specific SCP, I can't remember its number, but it's the staircase. Because I want to create a whole series of them doing SCP stories that are not they are connected, but they're not connected. It's hard to explain. I'm not somebody who's followed too closely to like SCP stuff, so I can't tell you a bunch of them. Hi. This has got to be the queen. Because you haven't probably seen some of the other ones. All the Titans, or almost all the Titans, are based off of like chess pieces. Ow. Please don't do that. That hurt. I think that's its number. I can't remember. He does not seem to care about status effects. How does he feel about fire? Okay. Fire does stuff to him. Alright. Because that SCP, like the storytelling of it, doesn't require me to show people talking. Especially if I'm telling it from a first-person perspective, which I intend to. So it'll mask a lot of me cheating on animation stuff. There, he's finally on fire. Oh, this keeps up. I also might freeze him. Because I've got, the reason why I want to do it is I have a lot of stories I want to tell. And, I would love to write books and stuff, but, in my experiences, the Mad Titan, okay, so that wasn't the Queen one. Ow, why'd you smack me?
My queen, don't! Run, madame!
Is it gonna kidnap her?
That thing, it's staring at you.
No, no, no. Is it being controlled by his kid, one of her kids? Because it said Royal Orpheus, which is usually like a thing for... Oh, God. Oh, thankfully that means the kids are probably not dead. They're just in a container.
Your You're safe, madame.
Mon Dieu. Aegis. Why did this abomination attack us?
I think you know, madame. You saw how it obeyed you when you ordered it to stop fighting.
I don't understand a word of this nonsense.
I'm afraid your guardian angel seems to have a few screws loose, my queen.
No. You must listen to me. That creature was not trying to destroy you, madame. It was trying to be near you. Listen to your heart. You know what it was. You know whose soul animated those cogs.
Stop it, please. Just stop.
You must know the truth. Everything is there, written in the king's own hand. How he ordered your son to be put to death.
Oh,
how
snap.
he bound his soul to the machine I just destroyed. How they were unable to control this hateful thing.
My baby.
Oh, my queen.
My poor angel. In the hell he suffered. Wanted only to seek his mother's comfort.
No. No.
Curse you, Louis. The Butcher King. Murderer. Destroyer of innocence. He will pay for this unspeakable crime with his
But
own
it still
head.
baffles me that they make
I
Marie
swear
Antoinette
it on
look
my
like a
life.
hero-ish.
No, Antonia, my dear friend. Do not give in to this madness.
Leave us, Aegis. I must speak privately with Madame de Polignac.
Very well, madame.
Alright, what do I get for having done that? Okay, just a lot of essence. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back and check the corpse. Critical damage module, which I don't get a lot of critical hits in because that usually requires me to either sneak up or knock them on their ass. Cast iron. Alright, is there any other journal stuff I have to worry about? No more side quests. Alright, so we've done every side quest, and now I should just have to go to the final boss and be done. So I'm going to cheat, and by cheat I mean use things that they put in the game for me. And just teleport back to my carriage, because I really don't want to. I love that little emote. Like the emotes you're using. It's just a bunch of little cats, and I love cats. How is my little buddy doing? He's probably asleep somewhere. I can't see him right now. Alright. Alright. Once you enter the site, there'll be no longer be able to return to other levels. I've done all the side quests. And the dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat, I'm a kitty cat. And there's also a DLC that's supposed to be coming that I'll have to be able to do. I'll probably come back to do it on stream. Which means I can't delete this character.
Versailles. I feel a new flame burning inside me. A force that compels me to make my way into the heart of the palace. Athenais.
I need to find a voice actor I'm comfortable with for that project, though, now that I'm thinking of it. Because there's a character in there that's going to be called the Director, who is going to be a reoccurring character in any SCP videos I do. So I need to find a voice actor I'm comfortable using repeatedly, because I don't want to have to change out voice actors. I still have the person I originally had in mind would probably still do it, and I'm going to say on bad terms with them, because the original voice actor for the agent that's going into the well, me and them have had a bit of a falling out. So how is it still alive? There, now it's dead. So I would need to find another voice actor for the main character, which is not a big deal. I've got a couple candidates who would probably jump at the job. don't like how long that took. Alright, let's see here. That way. Alright, so I didn't need to fight those guys at all. But it was fun. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I didn't see I could grapple up there.
General de Lafayette told me to go this way to enter the gardens, but how could he have managed to make it out alive?
That's a good question. I don't feel like plowing my way through these guys. I don't see a benefit to doing it. Like, there's no reward that'll benefit me. This is the end of the game. So there's no secret weapons in this area. At least there shouldn't be, because I don't think there's a new game plus. So I really just don't feel like there is a reason to, like, plow my way through these guys, except for, like, you know, I want to hurt myself kind of feeling. Ooh, what's over here? No! I messed up. I messed up that jump. Like, the only reason I would do it is to, like, increase my spirits and all that stuff. But my character's already so insanely OP with my current build, and I didn't even mean to make him that OP. Like, at first you'd think the only problem is if I run into somebody who's resistant to ice, but even that's not even a big deal, as you just saw from that last boss fight. I'm gonna assume that General Lafitte is dead here. Ow. You're correct. It's easy to mess up voice acting. People think it's really simple, but it's easy to mess up. A good example of a great actor trying to do voice acting and then messing it up is if you go back to the original Destiny game, the wizard, they came from the moon. And, like, it's a funny-ass line to me. I wish they had kept it. But you have a very talented actor in... I can't remember his name right now. The guy who played Tyrion Lannister. And even he didn't do so well with what seems to be his first time voice acting. So it doesn't matter, like, how good of a stage actor you are, you can totally mess up being a voice actor. I think the best person who ever said anything about voice acting that I respect is The Rock, actually. When he was doing Moana, which I think was his first time voice acting, he described it as, don't think of it as voice acting, think of it as acting, and they're just, but they're only recording your voice. So he would go through, like, all the motions and stuff that his character would be going through, while saying his lines. And that's probably why Robin Williams did so good when he started doing voice acting, because I don't think the man could, may he rest, could stop himself from acting out what he's saying. turn, all the aliens are here. Pyrocynical, yeah. Because there's a lot of ways to mess up even a line like that. Another good example of a voice actor being good at their job is, of course, Mark Hamill, the legendary Mark Hamill, who I think has had more success as a voice actor than he has as a an actual actor. Like, yeah, you're like, wait, are you telling me the guy who's Luke Skywalker is better as, say, the Joker than he is as Luke Skywalker? Yes, because I think he's made a lot more better content and a lot more content as a voice actor than he ever did as a physical actor. And I think that I even saw in an interview, I could be wrong, so don't hold me to this, but I could have sworn that I saw in an interview him say he never wanted to be a physical actor.
Trianon is at the end of this path. I cannot get to it. I'll have to enter the labyrinth.
He never really wanted to be a physical actor. It's just what he had to do to get his foot in the door, because he wanted to be a voice actor. So when he finally got to be the Joker, like when they were first creating the animated series, he was so happy. Especially because he felt that him having just come from being Luke Skywalker, they wouldn't give him the role. And he also talks about at one point, let me use the compass real fast. He talks about at one point coming home after the audition, after having gotten the role, like shortly after he's like doing his like early parts of trying to create the character, practicing different laughs, which doesn't sound like a big deal until you consider that he has a convertible driving around in San Francisco or whatever in California traffic. So more often than not, he would encounter people like next to him, hearing him just doing like the what would later be known as the Joker laughs. There we go. So yeah, you're 100% right. Voice acting is not, it seems like an easy thing to do until you try it. Then it's anything but. Dead end. Yeah, this is already called a labyrinth, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Can't you hear the excitement in my voice? There, got rid of the little guy. I jumped into that. That was me being dumb. Could have easily just jumped down the hole and gotten away, but... Whee! Well, this is all based on actual historical places, so this labyrinth actually existed. I just imagine there weren't, or at least I hope there wasn't death machines that literally waiting for you around every corner. Although there could be. The French were into some weird stuff. Vaguely curious if I even need to actually fight him. You're not wrong. Oh, I'm not even doing ice anymore. Oh, I need to because there's other people here now. Can I not target them? Oh, I'm targeting people randomly on the other side of the map now. That's fun. There, that's one robot down. Let me get my stamina back up before I re-engage. There. Although in reality, I probably could have just finished him off, then worried about it. But yeah, you're right. French really were into some weird stuff. Just like everybody else. To go off of what you said. Alright, let me go ahead and open this up. I don't know what the benefit to me opening this will be, but we're going to go ahead and open it. I don't like closed doors. Oh, good. I was looking for one of these. That's my reset points. Keep upgrading my vigor. How am I close? Let me go ahead and sell all the random shit I've been accumulating. I actually might have enough to level again. We'll see. It looks like it. Yeah, I will. Yay! I leveled twice. But if nothing else, this game is great. Like, if you like Souls-like games, you're going to enjoy this game to begin with. But if you... Oh, was this not the right way? Oh. Alright. If you like Souls-like games, even in the slightest, you're going to enjoy this. I don't know where I'm going. Let's check the compass. Oh, okay. I thought I came from this direction. That's not. But yeah, if you like Souls-like games, even in the slightest, you're going to like this game. If you like steampunk aesthetics, you're going to like this game. Like, there's really not... This game does not fall short in very many places. My only problem with it is I've mentioned a couple times, is it feels really easy compared... Like, especially once you understand the gimmick behind a lot of it. It's a very simple game. Compared to, like, the Get Good Scrub games. Where the only thing anyone ever is able to tell you on how to beat it is get good. You can get extremely tanky. Like right now, I'm extremely tanky. I can take a hit. Oh, what's in this? It's not going to be a weapon because it's too late in the game for it to give me weapons. It gave me a freaking weapon. Seriously? Okay, there has to be a new game plus if it's still giving me weapons. What is this? It has a shield ability. Alright, cool. It looks like an interesting weapon, but it's not my playstyle for this character. That looks like a speed-based character. All right, two people to talk to.
Here you are at last. You've come at just the right time. Madame, go and find the children. We must get going.
No, monsieur. Let's wait a little longer, please.
The children here.
Well, that's fine. That's 100% fine. Like, Souls-like games aren't for everybody.
They're upstairs in the Queen's room.
General, you and I both know what is
And for a long time, I really didn't care for him as much. Like, even Surge, like, the one I absolutely love, like, I was still like, it's whatever. But then, as I kept playing, like, Monster Hunter, it really pulled me into it. And the reason Monster Hunter's not a soul-like, but the challenge of beating things that are kicking my ass just kind of drove me into it.
Sadly, the Queen... What you told her about the death of her son has troubled her mind. She rushed to the palace despite the danger. She intends to see the king and make him pay for what he has done. There was nothing we could do. We could not dissuade her.
Run and get the children. They must not remain at Versailles any longer.
Have no fear, madame. I will take you to a place where all three of you will be safe.
I'm gonna sit up now, which means I need to raise my camera again.
I place my last hope in you.
Don't delay, Aegis. Our companions are ready to take the palace as soon as you have destroyed its protectors. I will join you when I have completed my task.
Which means I might have to fight an extra boss because I went out of my way to do that side quest, which I'm not going to complain. Do I have to fight those horses? I have to go that way, and I see a place I can just jump over. So if those are... Which means the queen might be dead or turned into a robot herself. Yeah, fighting my way through this part would be a bitch, so I'm just going to keep running. I'm proud of myself that I'm remembering that I have a sprint, actually. I don't know how much of this game... Oh, I could have ran through the side paths, it looks like. Oh. Okay, cool. I could have reset everybody, but I didn't. Can't open that, can't open that, can't open that. Oh, I've been here already. Oh, okay, so I should be able to open this. Thankfully, you're, like, immortal while you're doing that part. Alright, and I have a machine to reset everybody before I go fight. So it looks like I might have to fight an extra boss because I went out of my way to do all the side quest stuff. Which is not a problem, I actually enjoy that. Do I go inside? No. Do I go courtyard? Let's check this. It looks like I can open this from the other side. Round the outside, round the outside. Alright, those are not bosses anymore. And they look like they're not active. So that's good, I guess. Once again, I'm not actively fighting a lot of these people. I'm just kind of running through. Alright, can I open this? No. Okay. Oh, this is, like, unsettling. Like, the fact that somebody was set up to paint here and all that good stuff. I don't know why that unsettles me. Where am I? Let's see what's in here. Nothing. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should have kept my mouth shut about what happened to her kid. Nah, I believe the truth is better in this case. And I wouldn't want, like, after everything settles, for her to be like, well, where's my son? And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, do you remember that one robot I killed? Yeah, that was him. Alright, so that's a hard wall. Alright. Oh, I can just take it right here. Ha! You missed! Alright, you kind of hit me there. I'm assuming I'm going the right way. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'd rather... hang on. That's why I'm like, I would rather kind of like be honest about it. Let's check what's over here. Ooh, a picnic. Module key. Which is in theory something that would be helpful, but not in practice. Ow. Dick. Alright. I think I gotta kill everything in this courtyard. Okay, good. Those guys rubber banded back. Calm down. I know you're hopping mad. There we go. This one actually specifically says I do have to kill all the baddies in the courtyard, so. Ow, that was that. Oh, fuck you. I don't even know what he did. All of a sudden, like, I was like, hey, you're near dead. Nope, now you're dead. Alright, now I gotta make that mad run back. Grumble, 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 grumble. I think that's actually the first enemy to actually kill me, and that's including bosses in a long time. Like, the only thing that's killed me, really since has been gravity. And that was like when I was doing, the Bastille. We're getting close to 3 hours, and I'm almost done with this game. Oh yeah, the biggest enemy in any any Souls-like game is always gravity. Like, there's only a handful that I can think of that don't make gravity an issue. Let's try this again. Is there a second gate I can open up to avoid, like, this whole runaround? Because that would be appreciated. I can't open that, so this is where I have to clear out the area. I don't know if that hit him. It looked like it did. Alright, let's give myself a slight bit of regen. I'm going to cheat against this guy. And by cheat, I mean use my resources adequately. First, let me go get my missing souls, or whatever you want to call them. I mean, you're 100% not wrong. So you can see why it pissed me off that he killed me so easily, is because I can trounce him very easily, because he does fire damage, and my specialty is ice. Not a real bit of consequence for me. Can I go this way? No. How do I get up? Okay, I see where I gotta go. This way should be open. Which reminds me, I need to do leg day more often with my workouts. I think I've skipped more than my share of leg days. Also just need to do more cardio in general. A lot more walking. Maybe try to do jogging. All that good stuff. Yay, I don't have to do that loop anymore. Act like it was a big deal. It really wasn't, because it's like the one time I... Oh, okay, we're about to see what happened with the queen.
Madame, the Estates General brandish the threat of rebellion. There is plotting afoot. They are stirring up the populace. Worse, they are making pacts. A number of representatives of the nobility and the clergy have taken up the cause of the Third Estate. As for my army, there is not a man among them I can trust. That is why I have made new arrangements for you. From now on, the Swiss Guard will no longer be protecting you.
Then who will, my love?
Take a look for yourself. Be assured you are in sturdier hands.
Whatever do you mean?
Isn't that Claudia? Monsieur Vaucanson's dancing doll?
Appearances can be deceiving, mesdames. The Count has made extraordinary improvements to this automat.
Aegis, this is Her Majesty the Queen. You are now to serve her. Make sure no harm comes to her and obey the orders she will give you.
Madame, I am at your service.
Votre les He can speak. This makes no sense. This is sorcery.
Make no mistake, mesdames, it is science, which we owe to the work of the Count.
And we found out where our character's soul came from.
Which will soon be made known to the entire world.
I don't think the Count dies in this one. I think he's in the DLC. And that's the our character's first appearance. Clockmaker Key. Yay. I wonder where this is going to take me. Oh, probably this. Replacement lever.
The marble courtyard is this way. Someone is expecting me. I can feel it. I must prepare for the worst.
So basically, this is about to be a big fight. Alright, no problem. Let my stamina recharge. Thankfully, these all look like they're statues, so I can handle it. I think I came... Yeah, I ran through here already. Once. I chose not to fight them, because I don't like fighting these guys. No, I may have fought them. I don't remember. That's one down. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of health regen going. No? Okay. Let me see where the compass is telling me to go. Through here. Okay. Oh. Duh. Alright, so big boss fight coming. Don't care. Big boss fight coming. We'll have some fun. It's gonna be fun on the bun. And as always, you gotta be able to jump into the fight. You can't just fight directly. Interesting. This is a smaller one. Is this me fighting his queen? Because he did catch her. And he's had enough time to turn her into something. Yep. Turned her into something like a peacock. That's actually rather interesting. Alright, fine. Let's do this the smart way then. I don't think I've hit him with lightning yet, which is what I've been trying to do. Let me go ahead and just top off real fast. Actually, let me see if I can set you on fire. There, you're on fire, which is what I wanted. Alright, so you're going to be highly resistant to... Okay, electricity, so there's no point in me doing that. Ow. This is me going all out for once, no, instead of just slacking around and playing around. Oof, I need help. Not what I wanted. I wanted this. Ow, she bounced me. Very ominous music. This is the load screen music. I've got her. There's nothing she can do. She's frozen, and I've got all the time in the world to just wail on her. Like, no, like, seriously, after the first couple bosses, I have not died to a boss yet. Normally, it's, like, individual, like, mistakes that I've made, like that flamethrower death or jumping to my death, that have killed me. It has not been a single boss that has killed me. That's why I said this game is too easy. And I've had all those victories without actually trying. Like, I've just been, like, dicking around with them and doing everything around the corners. That one was when you see me actually using all the abilities I've been given. Or at least a good chunk of them. You could say that.
I am quite happy to concede this point, but what about the Count? Have you forgotten that he gave you life and whispered the order that animates you? Look how he runs, the coward! Do you understand what he has in mind? La pauvre enfant, sleeping so sweetly, she won't be dreaming for long now.
Which is, I think, herself. If he wakes up her...
Don't move!
The time has come to set you free, Aegis. This whore's soul has poisoned your cogs for too long. Adieu, sad puppet.
With how fast my character can move... Like, did he really think that would work?
I don't want to die.
Tonight, the sun is rising, and you have slept for far too long. The beauty of this world longs for you, just as you long for its light, for you are like the flowers that open in the morning. I know you, mon ami. We loved each other. Vous en souviens-tu? You gave me your heart. So please, let me give you mine today.
For those who are just coming in, what happened is, to control the more powerful ones, the person has to be alive. that is her person. That's her soul controlling her. She was originally just a dancer for her, a dancing robot, but then was turned into a bodyguard for the queen. And if she wakes up, then she shuts down. Or she loses her sentience. I'm not that good. She's about to crush the connection to wake her up. Now, my concern is no one's actively controlling Aegis, the person who's been destroying every machine to this point. Does that mean someone can take... Those are all the old guys that I was saving earlier. What do you do with Aegis after that? Do you just like hang her up on something like, hey, here's a corpse of the person who helped us? Do you bury her? And then someone digs her up and because she's a freaking machine can like repurpose her? Because she's like insanely powerful to begin with.
Monsieur, we have the king. It is now up to us to wield his scepter. In this trying time, crucial decisions must be made with...
Alright, you take her arm, you take her leg, and I'll take her head. I'll just put it up over my mantle.
Do that, mon Dieu. There are automats everywhere, and they are constantly regenerated by their crimes.
We have the king. Cagliostro has fled, but he is leaving a trail of blood. I doubt he will survive his injuries. As a result, the automats are left to their own devices, with no one to give them orders and no reinforcements. And since
yeah, exactly.
The Parisians will no longer venture out into the streets, the machines will soon have no more souls to harvest. Sooner or later, they will no longer be able to move, and par la grâce de Dieu will become inanimate objects again. It's a matter of days, weeks at most.
Mais ensuite, once peace has been restored, what of the kingdom?
This is indeed a crucial issue. Leaving the nation without a government would expose it to the greatest danger.
Worse, it would condemn it to civil war.
Eh bien quoi, monsieur? Can you not govern together?
Unfortunately, the disagreements that divide our assembly run far too deep. That which we can agree is that we have been given a chance to choose the person who shall succeed the tyrant.
I claim this honor.
Excuse me? For what reason, je vous prie?
Enfin, simply consider the arguments for it.
Speak, Monsieur le Marquis. You have our full attention.
To begin with, I rescued the Dauphin from his father's clutches and ensured the dynasty's stability. The child will reign as Henri V. We will appoint someone with great wisdom to act as regent until he comes of age. But for now, we will let him mourn his poor mother, whom we regret having been unable to save.
Requiescat in pace.
Fie. The people do not need a crowned puppet.
Yes, they do. Now more than ever before. Once the Assembly has adopted a constitution, the people will welcome a sovereign who will protect it.
A king and a constitution, like oil and water.
Go on, Monsieur le Marquis.
I have the gunpowder that the king had seized. With it, I shall ensure the security of the kingdom within and beyond its borders.
How can we be sure that you will not use it to oppress the people, or to embark on some foolhardy conquest? We know your ambitions, Monsieur le Marquis.
And you wrongly accuse me. I have never, in my entire life, done anything that was not to further the cause of freedom. Do you forget that in America I helped overthrow the English?
Of course not, mon ami. Who could forget that ruinous adventure?
You are quick to condemn men of action.
That's why I chose Lafitte earlier, because he is one who helped us in during the revolution and actually called out some of our founding fathers for still owning slaves.
May each of us respect this decision and set aside our personal interests for the sake of peace and the common good. Who among you approves the appointment of the Marquis de Lafayette?
It's not like I have a choice. I'm dead. Who's getting the guillotine? And it's even the robotic guillotine that I had to fight earlier. That's even better. Oh, yep. There goes the king. A smug-ass smile.
The court bows before the Marquis de Lafayette, Lieutenant Général du Royaume.
Louis de Bourbon, former King of France, in the name of King
Yeah.
Henri, fifth of his name, in light of the innumerable crimes of which you have been found guilty,
Like, they did a good job tweaking history while keeping it exact.
court sentences you to the ultimate atonement.
The fact that they made Marie Antoinette, like, a respectable character really throws me off.
Great mercy, the court will now hear your last words.
He's gonna say something that activates a shit ton of automats.
My loyal subjects, since you must lead a lamb to the altar, since you must offer a sacrifice to this new France that you intend to found, I will be that sacrifice. How dreadful this world is, where beauty is doomed to fade and flesh decays. I found no consolation in this world. I vainly thought I was giving our souls the gift of immortality.
He's basically turning them into Necrons was what he was trying to do.
The Grim Reaper was my sworn enemy. Influenced by the most awful of men, I believed that the genius of machinery could overcome death itself. Alas, I have lost this fight, and am branded with the mark of murderer. Life, even more than the crown, was heavy for me to bear. I have suffered too long under the thumb of nature, which I despised. As a child, I saw my older brother die. I lost my father in the prime of his life, and then my mother, who was even younger. My beloved daughter did not live a year. As for my son, the first of my heirs, I unknowingly gave him to drink from a poisoned cup. I mourn the death of these poor souls daily. My death will not unite us. Of this I am certain. For I, in my misery, have lost the support of my faith. So, executioner, lay me down on this board of adieu. I will sleep now. Sleep at last, and not to dream.
I wonder how much of that was taken from his last words. Oh, I'm having issues with the way they did his cape. How, like, static it is. Like, how much starch did he put on his cape? As fucked up as the guillotine seems, compared to like an executioner's axe, that's much better because most executioners wouldn't get it in a single hit. So you'd have to have somebody who swings multiple times to actually kill the person, and that just sound and you wouldn't die on the first swing. In other words, all right. So if I hit continue, it would just take me back into Luxembourg, which is before I go do the final fight. All right. So that's it. That's Steelrising. There is a DLC that's supposed to be coming at some point. I don't know when. It's when I go hunt Cagliostro. With the excuse for how I'm going to be playing Aegis during that time. I don't know. I might play a different robot during that time for all I know. But the game has been a lot of fun. I am glad to get past it, though, just purely because I didn't feel the continual challenge like Elden Ring gave me, that I was constantly just going up against tougher and tougher opponents. Like, the last tough opponent was the final boss, but even that, I didn't die a single time. Like, I don't even think I came close to death. And I actually never even touched any of my natural healings. Like, the ones you start with, I was just using my heal over times. But the game is good, especially if you do, like, Souls-like games, but you want to take it easy. It is a good game for that. I might play it again a little bit on my own as a bonk character, because you could argue I made a really powerful character is why it was so easy. Someone using Frost at late levels is insane. But anyway, Starting Monday, I'm going to try and pick up my streams doing art stuff. So hopefully I'll be there, and I hope to invest in getting a new art pad. I'd like one with an actual screen at some point. Yeah, the aesthetics are beautiful, and the gameplay is actually a lot of fun. You are right. And the concept of like an ice rifle is really cool. Anyway, appreciate everybody for being here. See you next time. Oh yeah, the button's not working, so that's